Moving on with our proof by cases, let's start out with case 1. That's the case in which what occurs on the last line is a premise. So let's assume that that case is the case that we're in. So we'll assume that what occurs on the last line is a premise. Now a question you might have is, isn't this just the same as the base case? And the answer is not quite. So consider the following proof. For example, P turnstile P, we start out by writing down P as a premise. Now if we had our wits about us, we'd stop there, but suppose we didn't stop there. Suppose we went on like this. We assume R on line 2, we discharge that assumption on line 3, and then we finish our proof with another application of the rule of premises on line 4. Now this would be a pretty stupid way to do this proof. It's a pretty pointless way to do this proof. Lines 2 and 3 are completely useless. Nevertheless, the fact that this is a pointless way to do this proof does not entail that this is an incorrect way to do this proof. There's nothing incorrect about this proof, it's just not the sort of proof that it's really useful to do. But still, it's a correct proof, and it's a correct proof in which the last line is a premise, and it's also not a base case because it contains one application of an inference rule, namely the application of conditional proof that occurs on line 3. So no, this case isn't just the same as the base case. Okay, anyway, we assume what occurs on the last line is a premise. Well, since what occurs on the last line is a premise, it is obvious that if the premises of the proof are true, what occurs on the last line is true. Well, why is that? Because it itself is a premise, so if the premises are true, it's true. And we're done. That completes our proof of case 1. So in the next part of the lecture, we'll move on to our proof of case 2.